Good morning, everybody. I am so excited for this topic today. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I always like to find something that's going to grab your attention. So this topic is the sixth sense. And do you see dead people? I know a bunch of you already chimed in, and I first of all love that. And also love that there are a bunch of you that also see dead people or feel them or whatever, because I do. I grew up actually in a haunted house. And so I feel them. If I will not stay in a house if I feel that there is something in there, because they are going to bug me. But here's the deal. This isn't just about Bruce Willis, The Sixth Sense. Do you see dead people? Hi, Stacey. This is all about embracing your psychic gifts. Yes, you. Everybody has them. So hear me out. Once you start, I feel stuff and I don't see stuff, and I'm kind of glad that I don't see stuff. But here's the deal. Once you start clearing out your psychological and your emotional residue, you start to question all the conditioning that we have just been subject to as just being human. Really super cool, rad things start to happen. You start to become more spiritually aligned. And what comes along with that is enhanced psychic abilities. I know that sounds super woo-woo and super cray, but hear me out. We have six senses. It's not just five, okay? We know that we could taste and smell and hear and see and touch. And we have the sixth sense, which is basically your instinct. It really does start to I'm like, I just lost I'm like reading and talking and I'm getting all confused, but super cool stuff really does start to happen once you clear out your emotional garbage. And so when your body, there was this amazing, I'm going off tangent right now, but Brene Brown had an amazing podcast, two guests, they were sisters, they were twin sisters, and they wrote this whole book on exhaustion and emotional exhaustion. And it's essentially like what I talk about with you guys. Emotions and feelings live in your body. And so if you're not expressing them and healing them, they are getting stuck in your body. And then your whole nervous system gets completely out of whack, which is all about the chakras. But this book is not about the chakras, but it's all super combined because everything is just connected. And so when you start to heal your shit, the gifts in that are, okay, my dog just totally burped. Sorry about that. Okay, wait, get back on track. So when you start to heal yourself, you become more spiritually aligned, and really cool stuff starts to happen. And it's that instinct, it's that intuition, it is that vibe you get about other people, or when you walk into a place that gives you the heebie-jeebies, like my house that I grew up in, or countless other stories that I could share with you another time. Of course you heard the burp. He's a 100-pound golden retriever, literally sitting underneath me right now. But what happens is that sixth sense has gotten dumbed down over the eons. We used to use it all the time, just pure instinct of living as cavemen and Neanderthals and all that kind of stuff. Yes, we have to trust it. But what's happened is that vibe has gotten dumbed down by linear thinking, an overemphasis on analytical thinking and analysis, which, by the way, don't get me wrong, there's totally a huge place for analysis and critical thinking. But that's not what we're talking about right now. And the patriarchy. Like, we have been conditioned by the patriarchy to not trust our intuition, not trust our instincts, and to literally not trust. I mean, like, can I get a thumbs up for anybody else who thinks that they've gotten burned at the stake, like as a witch in a past life? Like, anybody? Yep. I mean, exactly. And so what happens is, like, we have spiritual DNA that gets downloaded as well. And so over the eons and generations, we have gotten, our DNA has told us, like, stay small, stay little, don't be so emotional. Absolutely, Stacey, all of the things. And, oh yeah, don't be so woo-woo. And to trust the fucking man and the patriarchy, who are only there, show me the facts. Oh, don't even get me started on that one. To the man who literally just wants to keep us down, right? And, you know, and let us feel powerless, because we have all of the power within us. Like, we, again, like, we've been told for centuries that, like, if we embrace our magical and mystical parts of ourselves, that we